Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly here. Yes, it's in the middle of the night. Oh, I can sleep very well. I just don't sleep like regular persons. Anyone who truly know me knows that. I'm well rested also. Um, this story comes into mind in the early 2000s, being on basically new CPS. A CPS is a certified professional secretary. That's what the studies and exams were called back then. They since changed it to certified. It's the same exam. It's changed to certified administrative professional because the secretary don't just type and make copies. They are actually the office runners. They run the immediate office that they're in charge of, that they are assigned to. Okay? Um, Being a certified professional secretary at that time, it was only about three of us in the entire government sector. Entire government sector at the time. And I got an international call to my workstation at the time, which was in the Supreme Court, from my alma mater, the college that is the main college for when you do the certified professional secretary too, the government body, IAAP, International Association of Administrative Professional, IAAP. And at the time, they chose me based on I got a high score in accounts. I got a high score in accounts. I'm very good in accounts, but it was never a challenge for me, so I really didn't totally pursue it. But I did courses in it and stuff. Um, the call was they are choosing 7 persons from the 7 continents that are certified professional secretaries. They wanted us to be a part of a historical exam to bring on, which was the certified professional administrator. I think that's the name of the exam. I know it's been a long time. That's why it's time to tell your story so you won't totally forget. You know? And they were going to have the exam at the University of Miami, meaning we have to travel there. And they told me they already got the 5 persons from 5 different continents already. I was the 6th person. I was from the Caribbean. So because the Caribbean is vast and not just the Bahamas is vast, they wanted to know, being a Caribbean person, of course a Caribbean queen, they wanted to know if I knew, because of my high score, they given me the opportunity to be the one, to be the lead of the 7 persons, and they wanted me to choose 1 person that I know. They had to be a certified professional secretary that is able to travel to the University of Miami to sit this historical exam. First time we were being used as a guinea pig, they call it. They were, and so they wanted the reason the exam is historical based on the fact it's the first time ever this exam is being given to anybody, and you only you had to be the CPS, and they only put in this exam to the 7 persons who had top scores. I was one of them with one of the top scores, and in accounts that is, and they wanted these 7 persons to travel from wherever they are to the University of Miami to be there on a certain day and to sit this exam. And the reason for sitting the exam is to see how well we respond to the exam, see how long the exam would have taken for us to complete, and to see if is anything in the exam that we think should be changed or critiqued in any which way in the presentation of the exam. So that's why it was historical and it was vitally important. So I chose a friend who I helped coach to pass her CPS because she was on her last, like if she didn't pass that last time, she couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't take it anymore, and someone gave her my name, and she hounded me because I came with a class from Bahamas Baptist College. Around 10 o'clock that night, I came with a class from Bahamas Baptist College, and there this lady asking, who's Mazel knows, who's Mazel knows? Who asked me who I is in the middle of the night, and I need to try to get home to my children? I was like, who you asking for her for? And I walking and going about my business because I trying to get to my car. Oh, so I say, baby, you can't be talking to me after hours. I get another, when I leave here, I get something else I have to deal with. And right now I need to be in my car. I say, who give you my name should tell you where to find me. Yeah, they tell me I can come see you tomorrow. I say, whatever. And I jump and go in my car. I thought that would have been the end of it. But apparently, they was there the next day. They knew where I work and all. The person gave them a total rundown of me. I didn't want to be bothered by coaching nobody or be bothering by nobody because here I am fighting to do other things and stuff. And I had young children. I had a young family. I really wasn't into nobody like so. I really had too much going on. Beside my young children, my young family, I was really helping a lot of people. I always was helping a lot of people from I know myself. Okay, so I didn't need nobody else in my work, in my space. You understand me? And so what happened now is, when you hand people down, they get so tired, you gotta be careful. Because people today ain't helping you. They'll kill you first. So you got to be careful. Sometimes they say, let sleeping dog lie, leave well alone. Some things just cross your mind. Be careful. You need to leave people alone. So much going on today. But I always had a beautiful life. I had a husband who was 100% supportive of everything that I do. He would cook, he would take care of the kids, he would stand in the gap for me financially, whatever I need, because he understood his position too as a husband. He understood that when I'm good, he's great. And I do the same vice versa to him. So that's why we had a successful marriage, a happy marriage. Yes. And this lady, I finally agreed to take some time out to assist. I copied, stacks and stacks and stacks of documents that she had never had before, she'd never seen before. And I tell her, study them. I'm a tester on such and such a time. So I spent, after a couple of days, giving her time to study, I spent my lunch hour testing her and see how far she was getting and this, that, and the next. And she, I was telling her weakness. I was telling her what she need to clear up on. And so I did coach her, and she did pass. She did pass. Some people ain't gonna talk that. They make people believe they did it all by themselves. They ain't gonna talk that, but she did pass. Because if she didn't pass, then she would never have been allowed to ever take it ever no more. See, these are professional exams. These ain't no 6-month course. These like 2 months, 2 years course, and some months. And when you sit these courses and you take these exams, and if you, some people jump the gun and try to take the exam, if they don't just take the exam and they can't pass and they don't understand, because it's a training involved in doing everything. So that's why it take 2 years, and they do it down to try to get it down to a year and a half, so it make it tedious. So you have to be in college every time you look around. You have to be in college. Y'all all day Saturday is in college and all. And she passed. So because I know she was someone I coached, and if she didn't pass this time, and I told her weakness and we work on those weaknesses, and she did pass, I choose her to be the 7th person to be going on this trip. And they chose me as the leader. So when they chose me as the leader, I make it my business to try to be in the United States. I go on for a week. I made it a vacation. That's what I do. I make it a vacation and not just a 1-day, 2-day trip. And I make sure email and liaise with the other few people and tell them where to meet. So we met the day before. We did a test run the day before the actual examination, so we'll know how, because I'm a driver, so I was driving. I had to drive from a couple of states in Florida, but to other parts, because it was happening, University of Miami, they have different outlets all over, so I had to drive even though I was in Florida, I had to drive from Hialeah to another couple other different parts, so it took us a minute, but we got there. And let me tell you something. The day we were supposed to take that drive, it was raining cats and dogs. The rain in the States is not like in the Bahamas. When it rains, you can't see nothing where you going. And I drive in my big high van, so you have to put on your lights, and you have to go cautiously, but you can't stop. Now, because my good friend haven't been to the States and I'm 10 years. Okay? Because she's older than me, and that's why I don't like woman company. Let me explain why. I don't like y'all because y'all like to tell other people what to do too much. And some of y'all don't have the inkling what to do your own self. I'm the driver, so I must know what I do when I just start driving. And so you never drive before in the States. Don't even know where the hell you going. And want to tell me what to do. I'm the one. I don't even like woman company where I can't deal with the bull crap. I'm not going to deal with it. Yeah, I'm the kind of alpha woman. Yeah, I am a kind of alpha woman. So, other person can be telling me no bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Too much. Because I'm not going to accept it. I treat people with respect and high regard. Don't care if you're a Jones, I treat you that way. And plenty Jones, if they still alive, they can tell you that. I treat you with very high respect. And so I know everybody can be the same and giving you but then don't bring it to me. That's my cake. Keep it to yourself. I don't be on that run. And so she want to tell me, pull over. You see how hard it raining? You want to order me around and you can't even drive. You don't even know where the hell we going. This is your first time in the States in but 20 years. where you don't even travel. Ah, crazy, eh? I say, Lord, I must see the conch. You know, I be like, every time you extend your hand to these demons, that's what I say to myself. You always end up in the crap bag. You understand me? I say to myself, I must see the conch. I'm the driver. I'm the one who rent this vehicle. This woman was going on a whole nother flight when she realized that to pass from one state line to the next state line and cost her, if she in a taxi, almost $300-400, she almost dead. It's cheaper catch a flight. She almost dead. And she was, even though I put her on to go, she was trying to upside because when she older, she trying to upside to say, oh, she going on her own flight. She living in her own hotel. I say fine, and she can meet me there because everyone had the address. I make sure everyone had the address emailed. They need to print it, hold it with them that they could get to the taxi, have a couple of copies, get that they carry you straight there. So everybody had the address. It's no doubt. But this the day before the actual exam, when I was doing my test run when it was raining cats and dogs, and this person, they changed their flight to come on Bahamas. I don't care what no one say about Bahamas Air. I will never leave the Bahamas. Never ever leave the Bahamas unless it's on Bahamas Air. And then wherever I reach to where far Bahamas Air could go, and then I'll do a connecting flight. I don't care what nobody say about Bahamas Air, because what Bahamians need to understand is Bahamas Air is your flag carrier. I have seen foreign airline leave Bahamians stranded all across the United States, and who they got to turn to bring them home for free because they are Bahamians. Bahamas Air, mandated by the government. Strap and they got to accept their ticket. Sometimes some of the airlines then take the ticket and leave them stranded. They got to go fighting to get the ticket back. And Bahamas Air got to step in and bring them back to the Bahamas. I have been on flights where Bahamas Air bring you back to the Bahamas. That's a story for another day. I can tell that another day, but I just about finished telling it anyhow. But this lady had a whole nother flight. Then she come change her flight to Bahamas Air flight, come meet me by QC. I come into the school, minding my business, picking up my children. And you know, Arrow Travel right there, I always deal with a lady named Miss Johnson, God rest her soul. She was such a beautiful lady. She got many awards from across the United States. People don't know about her. She got many, many awards across the United States. And because of people like me, I never get no car rental yet other than dollar car rental. If you're in dollar car rental, I never used to go with you because back then a lot of car rental used to do credit card and dollars. So you could still pay with cash and they do it on the computer and wherever for you. So I used to do it like that. Pay to them, do everything from here. So when I reach there, I ain't get worried about car, I ain't get worried about hotel, I ain't get worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Bahamians, we travel with food too. So we ain't getting hungry. Okay? So listen here. She come, oh, could carry me to your travel agent so I could get the same tire. I said, girl, you see me picking up my children from school. I just can't stand pessimistic people. And they always trying to stick on you. I'm so glad I get rid of them. God forgive me. I'm so glad. I don't care if they see this. I'm so glad I get rid of them. Yeah, eating Canberry snacks. That's what this bag is. Canberry. I'm so glad I get rid of them. I don't need that kind of people in my life. Y'all mix up. My life peaceful, happy, and I rich. But I'm happy. And I'm at peace. I don't need no rigor and going on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and listen to him. Excuse me. Well, I say, let me carry this woman because she's such a nagging. You know, it make me regret bringing her along. Make me regret it. It made me regret bringing her along with me. Because I only was used to traveling with me, my husband, and my children. Or me and my husband before we had children, or me by myself. I've never ever traveled with quote unquote supposedly be friends or stick alongs. I don't like the drama. I don't be in for the foolishness and the unnecessary drama and whatever come with it. You know? And here she is. Can be that travel agent because you know why? She then find out that when she go from state to state, once she cross state line, she call in the states of the taxi cab company and they tell her, say, once you got to cross state line, and she tell them where she gonna live and where she gonna be traveling to. By the time as they gave her figure, it was over $400 and something dollars. She almost dead. I said you could go to New York for that. And so she almost dead. See, she want to say she ain't need me and she ain't going with me, even though it's me who put her on, right? That's vehemence. When you're supposed to stick together, you're at one another's throat. When you should be a team, you're against one another because you want to say, now, if had it not been for me, you wouldn't have been on the team. But you want disrespect me to say, you ain't checking for me, you're going by yourself. If we all is behemoth and we go in the same place, we should be a team. A team. But that's us. We need to change that. We always talk the word team, but we don't walk the walk. Talking the talk don't mean nothing if you don't walk the walk. Hateful in your hearts. Okay? Of the spirit of division. The spirit of division. The Jezebel spirit of division. And so I say I had to tell my children who already was in my car trying to get to go. So I could get them where they need to go and then I get back to work. Just, whatever come to disturb my day and the things I have to do. I'm a busy woman. Busy then and busy now. I do not like interference in things that I need to be getting done because they're goals that I need to achieve, how little they are, but they are all vital. I don't like that. That's why I stay far from being a woman. I is a woman too, but I can't deal with the unnecessary. It's unnecessary is correct. So I went into Miss Johnson. Now I've been dealing with Miss Johnson. I used to go away every month to the United States. Yeah, I had a business, a successful one at that. That's why I took the money and went to law school for 2 years. I mean, right here in Nassau. I didn't leave the Bahamas. I went through College of the Bahamas and then University of London, through there like that. I was two years and a couple months. I was able to pay for that from the successful home business that I had. I had some hateful white neighbors who was jealous that I was persevering in the things that I was doing, but I can't worry about people. I just got to do what I got to do. Just stay far from me, And so Miss Johnson pulled me aside and said, she leave her right there and say, come, I need to talk to you. She carried me in the office. Miss Johnson said, you've been coming here for years. Never had a problem with you. I can see this woman as a problem and you ain't even leave Nassau. I said, you telling me? I said, I have one big regret, that I put her on to go to help make history with this. That's what I told Miss Johnson. Yeah, this person's still alive and I don't care if they hear it because it's the truth. I hope they hear it because they're nasty and they need to change their ways and stop pretending. You ever see your close family member don't even fool with you? That to tell you how nasty your ways is, you need to check yourself. The spirit of division is strong. Then you pretend well on top of it. This Miss Johnson now. First time Miss Johnson meeting this woman now. And that's what she could tell me. Even the man who was there, who in charge of the pay, he shake his head. Because he said he said, geez, so this woman always coming here. if for her or children, for her by herself, or for her and her husband. Now she bring this demon, and you could see its problem before you even reach. We going to college, the woman bringing a child, a big man. I already have my hotel room. This woman, she would then make arrangement all by herself for a whole different everything. Now, all of a sudden, you need to be in my hotel room. You need to be in my vehicle. Because of the nature of the stuff, and it was, time was of essence, is why I went along. And because being the leader chosen, and I already chosen, it's embarrassment for me to have to call or tell someone why I don't need her to go. We need to put somebody else at the last minute, even though I have to help pay for them. It's embarrassment because that's behemoth. When you go international on such an important venture, you need to stick together and be cohesive. You need to be in agreement. You don't need nobody trying to cause division and hauling and pulling. Going for the... Bring us down. I'm getting mad because she wants to say, the rental company, she want, oh, put me on. I said, how I can put you on it? I said, I didn't pay from this thing from Nassau. When the man asked me, she would say she could be the other driver. So, and the dollar person, she said she could be the other driver. I said, you can't be the other driver unless you pay half. She said she ain't want to pay half, she want to pay a third because it's 3 hours. I said, what 3 hours? You see what they trying to pull on? Was trying to pull on me. I already paid for the shit, you know. Oh, I said, oh, Jesus. Never again. When she tell me in all that hard rain, said, pull over. Like that was almost the last straw. I had to hold everything in me to not say it in the wrong way. But I said to her, I say, if you want me to pull over, I can leave you here in the rain, but I'm not stopping. I say the stop in the United States in a rain this hard is death. Because you got to keep moving. Even if you don't see nothing in the front of you, you just got to go cautiously and slow. Anybody who ever drives these streets knows that. So you know, about 10 minutes after we reached the college from the area where she wanted me to pull over, it came on the news that they had a 5-car collision and multiple people died right there. I say, you remember the place you tell me to pull over? I say, we just leave there only 10 minutes. They say they have a 5-car collision right there. And multiple people dead. I said, that would have been us. She said, oh. I said myself, old dummy or the dummy. You never traveled in over 20-something years. And want to tell me? You can't even drive in the States. Want to tell me? The worst people to be around is a person who think they know everything. And they don't know crap. And people talk about travel. If you travel often enough, I could tell you one thing should be about you. Besides being exposed, not to the family islands, other places, man. You will be exposed to a way of life that some people only dream of. Your mind will shift on how you see things in life. How you view things in life. You won't have time for these crap what these people be going on with every day who ain't got nothing to do. Your focus in life will totally change. That's why travel is so important. That's why it's so important. And when you travel, Sometimes you think you're so educated. That's book education. That's book education. That's only a part of the education. Now, this book education and sitting exam is only a part of the education. Let me tell you why. Because when you think you up there, because you could pass on tests, when you travel and see how the world works, you realize how duncy sometimes you really is. Yeah, you actually come to that realization that you ain't that smart. Mm-hmm. You realize, oh, I'm that smart, because guess what? Some of y'all don't even know how to follow directions in the airport. Some of y'all don't even know how to follow directions on the street. You definitely don't read hardly half of the things when you're passing them. And sometimes that could save your life. Believe it or not. Travel does something that no classroom work could ever do. I asking you, I'm telling you. When you start, a young man especially with all these running around playing cowboys and cricks, if one or two of them start traveling, guess what? They won't have time to play cowboys or trip. They thinking about the next adventure. They won't have time to be running around. That's why you ain't got nothing to do. And that's the only world you could see. When you could see that big world, that real big world there, by actually touching it, and some things you will never do. I could guarantee you that. Some things you'll never be a part of. I guarantee you that. No classroom work could prepare you for when you travel and you see how other people live. I'm not just talking Miami. You know what it is? I was the blackest person on the flight to Hollywood, California. They treat me like a queen. They didn't see my color. I had steak. And I was a behemoth. Every time they bring food and I say, yeah. I make sure I get a big carry-on bag with a couple of little potato chip in it and one little, but back then they used to let you bring, well, I buy the water in the airport, they used to let you bring it through back then. And look here. I'm like, every time the stewardess come on, would you like a dinner? I said, what kind? Salmon dinner in the plane? Oh, steak dinner in the plane? I eat it. And they come in them nice clothes up tight little dinner. I had food for days. I had food for days. And my little damn fridge. And my microwave. I was food. Man, when I said Washington, the Washington Hilton. Look it up. Look at the Washington Hilton Hotel. Atlantis is a joke to the Washington Hilton. Atlantis is a joke to the Washington Hilton. Them people didn't see my color. When they saw me, they saw a dollar sign. Them white people was running around like I was Queen Elizabeth. Treat me like I was Queen Elizabeth. Travel costs a pretty penny, but it opens the door and the mind of something that is totally different and unique. People, I travel on the internet, it's not the same. You sitting in your bedroom and you looking at things, you only listen because you know something. You wish you could be there in person. But to be there in person, the experience is totally different. Totally different. Well, we did end up making the trip the next day, everybody on time after doing the first run, to make sure I find the right route and make sure I got there correctly, make sure I know which route to take, what could get me there, so I ain't get rushed and all that. That's what I did before you have to do a first run. I make sure everybody who from the other countries did the first run as well. And we all met. And then I let them know we're going to meet tomorrow right in the same place. And I give them a time. Everybody had a watch time we should meet because we are professional. We come here to do a specific professional historic thing. And so time is not if, it's a must. And so the time to meet there is no later than 1 hour ahead of schedule. And the next day, and everyone professionally dressed. The next day, everyone was professionally dressed. And we made there 1 hour scheduled. Everybody was in place, looking nice and dressed and very well. And I called to the professor who I met the day before and let him know we are there. He came down to receive us. And when we stepped to walk into the building, they came with on the PA system. Attention, all students, ladies and gentlemen, University of Miami. We have a delegation to make history today. They are all certified professional secretaries. They come from different continents, two from the Bahamas. Hello, somebody. Led by Mazel Knowles from the Bahamas. And they are here to make history with the certified, it was certified professional administrators exam. That's what it was supposed to be. When they did that, as we was walking through, every teacher, every student, and in the morning the campus would be full because most of the classes usually in the mornings more than anything else. Every student who was sitting down, stand up, they were standing up and they were clapping us and woo 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 as we walked through, as we were led by the professor who was going to give us the exam. That's when I talk about making history at the University of Miami. University of Miami. All right? And we took the exam, and we was there, all of us was there over 3 hours and a half, every one of us. When we finished, they clapped us out while we went out as well. And we got to know we networked with the other people before we left. And we went on our various journeys. So that's the story. That's why I need the YouTube channel so I can tell so much stories I have to tell where my life has been revolved around. And I can tell it. And I thank God my daughter learned a lesson with girlfriends too. So she don't keep knowing. It's just, life is too short for what some people are into. What's supposed to be smooth sailing, you make it difficult? No, you have a problem. You nobody into that? You got too much goals on the table to accomplish. And do you know, but a year later, less than a year later, I get a call. I can pay for you to drive me. I said, not me, sweetie. Never again. You always got to keep your promise to yourself. Never again. Looking for someone when we over there, she getting mad. Like I supposed to teach her how to drive, teach her where to go. So what I did, I drive around by the driving school. They have a driving school by the Opalaka Flea Market. Right on the side, Opal. Just if you'll miss it, if you passing speeding, it's just a small driveway, but that's a driving school right there. They have another driving school on 103rd. Guess what? I drive round to 103rd and stop in the front of the driving school. I said, this is a driving school, yeah. If you want to, you can sign up for driving lessons so you can teach you driving. And I said, I didn't come here to teach nobody how to drive. Get it? Oh, getting mad too. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Get tired of stupidness and ignorance and going on. You know? The camera, I said, this is another driving school. Don't fool me. Oh, getting mad. I couldn't wait for that week to be over. And when we was coming back to the airport, where they been away for so long, she trying to bring a whole trail of things through the plane. I say, they ain't gonna never allow you down the plane. Anyone listen to me? The things on this thing so high, it will take up every overhead bin and the plane for the carry on, so nobody else will have to put their bag on. Selfish, didn't care. And I tell them, wouldn't listen. I didn't send all my stuff through. Long time. I sent all my stuff through because I was a coupon person. I ain't rich. And when I in the States, I coupon. I get $1,500 worth of grocery for $50 with loan coupons. And I send them through. I make sure shop without them. I send my stuff through. And look here. She won't bring on. I tell her you can't. So when she coming, oh, the lady said I can't bring on. I said, yeah, but it's such a short notice. You better make sure you can catch your flight because the plane ain't going to wait for just you. I said, I told you can't bring on. Oh, I have to pay for it. I said, of course. You think for how much they can let you bring all them stuff? Look like you bringing the hotel back for free? Get mad. So who's supposed to pay for it for you? Me? Not me. You come only the show. Fool me. Talk about pay for me to teach and driver. Not me. Want nothing to do with you. Never again. Some people don't even see how they is where they so used to being so nasty all their life. Never again. Used to being so nasty with people all their life. So don't get along that they don't even see how they is in life. And that's why I love my life, because I stay far from, I stay far from the nasties. I don't have no headache. I ain't rich. But guess what? I ain't complaining. Once I get a little food, little roof, that's good enough for me until you can do better. Okay? And that's what a lot of people need to learn. Learn to satisfy the little. Learn to satisfy whatever it is. Some people don't know what it is to be satisfied. You can never satisfy them. Never again. So that's my story about going to my history to the University of Miami as a certified professional secretary at the time. When they changed the name, you don't have to take the exam over. You just now are considered a certified administrative professional. It's just the name change. So you don't have to never take the exam over again. And that's my story. And it's a true story. All my stories are true story. Any story that I know that is not true, if it's a story, I would not put makeup story on it in the first place. I actually am writing the false story in books. I want a true story that I refuse to put here. I put it in books. Alright? Over and out.